Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through some free to play and pay to win defenses you can run for this week in Supreme Arena. The good news is that all maps are symmetrical, so you can just copy down the formation ID in the corner and be all ready to go. Okay, so we're going to lead it off with the free-to-play teams. We have the Haywin map effect on map 1 and map 2, which is going to protect your allies from a fatal blow. However, if you have any execution type mechanic like Siren Ultimate, these are going to bypass the map effect and instantly defeat the enemies, so Siren is going to be pretty good here for that. Now, this team number 1 is very strong, a light bearer with a Nero hyper carry on the faction talent tile, giving him the core forward spell to buff him up further. However, this will only work if you have the Supreme Plus skill upgrade of Nero, so basically Supreme Plus Nero or higher. If you do not have Supreme Plus Nero, I'm going to show you a different, alternate free-to-play lineup that you can run. But basically, this is what the people should run if you have Supreme Plus or higher Nero. It is a high amount of damage, and Hugin is further going to buff up the Nero to output more damage. Roaring can energy boost the Siren. As for the charms, you want to have Reaper charms onto Nero as your hyper carry, and also have the destructive charms onto Siren. Those are pretty important. And then we just have Fresto for some more tankiness. Okay, for team number 2, it is going to be the Tassi Pandora team. This did pretty well in the previous week of what testing I did, and I'm going to recommend it again with the Guardian spell for added protection. We also have the Haywin map effect for even more protection. It is going to be very difficult for them to kill your Tassi, and even if they run a hero like Lily May to interrupt your Tassi, I'm confident with the Guardian spell, with the Haywin map effect, that Tassi should be able to charge up to get a second ultimate off, and then basically demolish the enemy team. You also have Lily May of your own on the Stellar Bond that's going to buff her up. You have the Damien for healing, and also the fact that he's just not easy to kill at all, providing haste buff for your allies as well. And Lily May is going to hit pretty hard. And then team number 3 is going to be a bit of a different team. It's all 5 heroes of Graveborn, but it's going to be that Ludovic is going to be healing the entire team at the beginning, which is important. Damon is going to be buffing Shmira behind him to further increase the attack of Shmira and also provide some shielding for her. And then you have Thorin protecting and soul pacting the Bonnie. So all of these heroes are going to be difficult to kill due to the protection of Damon and also Thorin. And also you're going to have high damage, especially high range damage. And so Elderbow Spell is going to take a big advantage of that. And then you have a lot of healing from Ludovic. So this is going to be a difficult to kill team. And if you can get off a Shmira ultimate, that can be a win condition. Or you just slowly work everyone down with Bonnie debuffs and just have a lot of tankiness and difficult to kill. And so overall, I think this is a good team. Now, if we're going to go ahead and talk about an alternate free-to-play lineup you can run, if, for example, your Nero isn't Supreme Plus yet, or you just want to run these teams, then we're just going to go back to our standard recommended team of the Iron Nuke team with Nero in front of Iron to take an enemy Lily May interruption, and Iron is going to hit really hard. And Shadow Blast, well, I like it because it can also instantly execute an enemy, which will bypass a fatal blow of this Haywin map. But on top of that, it provides really good offensive stats, defense, penetration, execution. It has a lot of basically synergy with the high damage burst you have from this team. So this team definitely will work. Team number 2 exactly the same as the original free-to-play team that I recommended before this. I still think it's really good. And team number 3 is going to be different, of course. And this is also a really solid team. You have a lot of range damage with Siren and Bonnie. So Elderbow Spell is really good here. They're both on the Graveborn faction talent for more support. And you have Thorin protecting the Bonnie. Ludovic again healing. And Citrana. Citrana is really strong. If you don't have Citrana upgraded, maybe she's a legendary plus mythic, you can still run her in a team like this. It may be the best option for you. Otherwise, another good option I was thinking of is you can run Hugin rather than Citrana. Yeah, Mechanized Bond is going to have value, of course, for the Siren. He's going to remain on that tile, and also it's just going to provide some more protection for your team with the shielding. So definitely there's a good option you can run if you want to, if you're more comfortable running Hugin rather than Citrana, but Citrana should overall be better, assuming equal level of investment. And before we move on to the pay-to-win teams, I just wanted to shout out my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. If you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my link in the description of this video or a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus Dragon Crystals on your purchase. Okay guys, so now we have the pay-to-win teams, which I'm pretty happy with overall. We're going to have the new hyper carry team on team number 1 because this Haywin map effect is going to add additional protection for him. We also have, of course, Core Forge spell to buff him up further, also make him unaffected. Hugin is further buffing up the Nero with the Mechanized Bond. But then on top of this, we also have Zany to have some tankiness for our team with the turrets in the front. Zany on the Lightbearer faction talent is pretty strong as well. And then finally, we have Theodore in front of Siren. Siren, of course, is really strong because he can deny the enemy artifact. If he can get off an ultimate, that's a lot of crowd control, which is basically going to seal the deal because we're going to be outputting so much damage with Nero with all the buffs that he has that if we can get a Siren ultimate off, it's basically game over. And Theodore is going to boost the energy of Siren so he gets up to 950 energy right from the beginning of the match. He just needs a couple of seconds and then he will be casting. The only way kind of to counter this team is of course Dunlinger or of course Sylvina trying to jump onto Nero and kill him quickly, but this map effect is going to make that more difficult to assassinate him. So overall, I think this is a very strong team. You don't need to run Zany. You can replace Zany for even a hero like Rowan, for example, and have Siren on the faction talent tile in the back. That would also be really good. However, if you have Zany, might as well use her. So overall, this is not actually a very pay-to-win team because it's not using any Celestial Hypogean heroes. Moving on to team number 2. Team number 2 is going to be very pay-to-win. Now, it has Dunlinger, Cryonire combo. Dunlinger kind of is necessary with Cryonire just to add additional protection to her. And then on top of this, we have Damon for some more shielding and attack buff. She's also going to be putting into the box by Pandora so she can come out 4 seconds into the match with the full energy, ready to go and burst the enemies. We have Dragon Roar spell, which is going to activate around 6 seconds into the match, so it will activate during her first basically ultimate of Cryonire if she's able to get ultimate right off the bat. And then we have Kula for more protection, range defense buff on our allies, also just the wall to prevent against melee heroes. Overall, this is a very strong team, and if you have Cryonire built, you should definitely be running Cryonire on one of these map 1 or 2 because she will hard counter this map effect. If she turns them into a frozen sculpture, they're eliminated from the battle. Her Hayward map effect is not going to have any benefit to them. So that is why this is strong. Of course, you can replace Dunling with something like Fresto. You can replace Kulu with any other Celestial Hypogean, even something like Talion, just to get the Celestial Hypogean faction talent tiles, which I do think are really important for this comp. So those are the kind of like the more budget replacements you can make. For team number 3 is going to be also a very solid team. Did very well for me in the previous week. It is the Guardian spell for additional protection, Tassi on the Hypogean Celestial tile for energy recovery, and Athalia on the Stellar Bond the Twins for maximum buffing, so that she is going to shred through the enemy team. We also have the twins on the faction talent tile so they can charge up their energy quickly and get an ultimate for our team quickly. We have Lily May on the faction tile, this basically buff tile to get some bonus stats. I think that will also qualify as a growth stack for her to give her even more damage. And then you have Talion just as a tank in the front. So overall, yeah, I think that this is going to be a very solid team. It is again pay to win, but if you have Talion and twins and you have Athalia built, then definitely you can run a team like this. If you wanted to run like Harak rather than Athalia, technically it can work. It probably would be fine, but of course Athalia is stronger because she's going to be nuking enemies like early on into the match. Harak takes a bit of time to ramp up. But anyway guys, this is going to be the top teams I've been able to come up with for this week. Hopefully they work well for you. If you have any other ideas, you can feel free to share them in the comment section. If you guys are not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. We talk about everything related to AFK Journey. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. There is a link to that in the description of this video in a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. Thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.